Hi, darlings. Getting that sage burning. And just so you know, here's what happens when you get down to the bottom part of your sage. It starts breaking apart and it opens up a little bit further. Will the sage burn further? Yep. But it just means that you're getting to the end of your sage, and I never let it get down to like this past ribbon. Okay, once it gets there, I might use a little piece here and there just to do a basic cleansing every day, but I don't allow it to hold on to cleansing the spirit in bulk, if that makes sense. This is bulk sage, and once it starts breaking up, I will use individual pieces, just enough to do stuff. If that doesn't make sense, that's okay. Leave your questions in the comments. But just so you know, that's what we're doing tonight, okay? If my lighting is off, I am doing this late at night again. I have felt under the weather in the past 24 hours. I just haven't felt good. Is it a spiritual attack? No. It's physically. Every time my daughter mows the grass, basically. Honey, darlings, I will sneeze if there. Yeah, please let me know if there is a record for how many times you can sneeze in a row and suffer the allergy aspect of it. Yeah, please let me know. Now, I won't get into all those details, but I do know I grew up this way with hay fever just a little bit, but since I moved to the city and every time somebody mows grass or kicks something up, I get really sick, and I'm learning how to deal with it, and I use my natural remedies and that kind of stuff, okay? Don't feel sorry for me. Put your love and light out there and just build me up the best you can. That's all right. But I do go down because I really have the intuitive to know that this is the bullcrap stuff that they are spraying in the air, and it just makes me really sick. Does it affect everybody the same way? No. I think they actually have a special formula for if I'm very throaty tonight or something like that. That's because I think that they are really targeting intuitive people, and we're just, I'm not going to go into detail. I just think we're a little bit more sensitive about things. That's okay. That's all right. We all suffer from it. So if I'm a little bit throaty tonight, I'm sorry. But I'm going to drive on, and I'm going to keep doing this. The crap they're putting in our air and the crap they're putting in our food and all that kind of stuff, I think it affects your spiritual leaders and anybody that has the ability. They're trying to cut off our throat chakra, okay? But I'm going to work with you. We're going to do this tonight, okay? So just be patient with me. It's all right. If I sneeze or cough or have to clear my throat or do anything, please bear with me and have the patience, okay? That's all I ask. Okay, I want you to have the truth. Got my phone on tonight. You can hear the little ding-a-lingies, okay? Just bear with me. Now, tonight, I want to catch up with you in your comments and your questions. Now, some of them are from the comments and some are private emails. And then there are some that are just brought up at random. Meaning I pulled oracle cards, or I'm going to pull oracle cards just for us in general as a family, okay? So oracle cards, remember, are just a universal language. I'll show you. Hang on. Here's your oracle cards. I'm going to shuffle these, and then I pull 3. And then this is just a universal language and a message of where we're at now as a community and the message that the universe wants to give us, okay? Yeah, I want to just take a minute and thank y'all for loving on my husband and myself. For my spirit told me it was the right thing to do to bring him in and try to help prepare people. God forbid if the EBS and everything turned into something nasty and ugly, okay? Now, are you going to need it? I prayed to God not, okay? And we talked about the blue states and the blue cities and that kind of stuff. But my attitude is, I would rather you have the information and not have to use it than need to use it and not have it, and then you're stuck, okay? It's the only way. It wasn't a scare tactic. It wasn't anything to make you worry or like, I don't believe in fear tactics. I believe in awareness, if that makes sense, okay? So that's why we did it, and thank y'all for loving on him. You know, I wouldn't trade this man for anything. And I know I'm bossy. I'm pretty sure most of y'all saw me cutting him off many times. It's just the way it was. You know, we were both very tired that night. He was very tired because he had just come in from work. And do I always cut my husband off like that? No, I do not. So if that's a concern, please understand that. But I just went with the spirit, and that's what it was. Now, we would like to do a follow-up with you and maybe advance a little bit and show you some of the products that we have. If you would like that, let me know. Put your response in the comments and let me know, and we'll do a follow-up. But thank you all for loving on my husband and for that video. So thank you for that. Now, remember, I told y'all I write all this stuff down, okay? I got notes, and because I'm not a genius and I cannot remember all this, especially when I don't feel good. But it's all right. So I just mark stuff off as I go along, okay? We're all human, and we got to deal with what we got to deal with. Now, all right. So, okay. So here's a question. Why, when I do videos, why do you take so much time out to constantly repeat the question before you pull cards? Why do I constantly repeat the question? It is because I need to put the universal language and the energy behind the question, okay? The more you question, and more time it gives the universal language. That means your higher self, your higher spirit beings, your guardians, your angels, all that, including our creator, okay? If I repeat it at least 3 times, it really seals the deal. Is it necessary every time? No. It's just something that I have trained myself to do. So if you hear me constantly repeat the question, and you've gone 20 minutes going, good Lord, woman, get on with it. You've said the question 100 million times. Just do it. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. It is something that I need to do to put the energy into the question because I want clarity and I want the right answer for you. The more I put the question in and I mentally, you don't see and hear what I say. When I am shuffling cards, I say, Greater spirit, greater creator, I ask our higher selves and our beings. Every time I ask the question, I am asking that energy to come into the question to get the best possible outcome for your answer. It may sound boring and tiring to you, but there's a reason that I do it. Sometimes I can whip through them and it's not a problem. But if I know it's a really heavy question, I will reiterate what the question is, and I will keep putting it out there because I want the universe, remember, they're beyond space and time. And what I'm trying to do is reel in what they can give us on our earthly time. But the more that I repeat the question is the reason that I do it, okay? I'm sorry if that is redundant to you and repetitive to you, but there is a reason that I do it. It's okay if you just fast forward, okay? If you don't want to hear it, fast forward. It's okay. Modern technology, it's fine. But I'm not here to argue with you. If you don't have the time to listen to me repeat the question, that's okay. But there is a reason that I do it, because I want the utmost of the energy to come back and give you your answer. Okay, now, first and foremost, Miss Gail, I want you to listen to me. Listen to me. The reason you keep repeating and watching everything that I told you on your reading before is because you won't allow yourself to hold on and bind yourself to what I said. Because it's a big pill to swallow. I told you that. But I want you to swallow it, and I want you to reach out to me, okay? It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's a big, big deal. So if I answer a question in these readings and you're like, well, I just keep rewatching it, stop torturing yourself. Stop doing that, okay? I want you to grab onto the message and I want you to hold on to it, okay? And then I want you to advance yourself. I want you to go into prayer. I want you to go into meditation. What is she trying to tell me? If it resonated with you, which I know it did, then reel yourself in and go, okay, now what? And then reach out to me, okay? Do not torture yourself in rewatching these videos, okay? That didn't help anybody. You need to do it 1 or 2 times, 3 times at the max, okay, fine. But do not do it 100 times over again, because then you're going to start second guessing your own intuitiveness. You know that it resonated. Reach out to me and let me know how I can advance your questions, okay? You want a reading? You know how to do it. I already told you that, okay? So, Miss Gail, that's for you, darling, okay? All right. Okay. I think I already addressed this, and some of the people that emailed me about the EBS and my husband and how we did it, and why are you manifesting a bad outcome? I'm not manifesting a bad outcome, okay? I simply said I would rather you be prepared with the knowledge that you have. And we pray to God and we forbid anything negative happening. I really don't think it will. But wouldn't you agree? Let's agree to disagree. I would rather you be prepared with the knowledge you need to have and be okay and not have it at all, okay? 9 times out of 10, let's say nothing ever happens. You never have to pack a bug out bag and all that kind of stuff. Good. But at least I know that I did my job with talking to my family here and letting you know this is why. I'm not manifesting negativity. I'm not negative manifesting cities burning down. I'm not doing that. Never did I ever want that. What I want you to understand is, God forbid it does happen, in that negative, horrible, evil people that pay people. We know. Well, I know. If you need me to pull cards on it, I will. these people that pay them, they're gone. Most people are not going to do anything if they're not getting paid for it. I don't think anything is going to burn down. I really don't think it's going to get to that point. It might get a little nasty and ugly in certain little areas. Remember, we talked about blue areas. Am I manifesting something negative? No. My positive outcome to help you is what I was doing. I just want you to be prepared just in case. Why is that wrong? That's not wrong. That's me loving on you just to take a minute. Me and my husband took the time just to let you know. Does that resonate with you? No. No, Jen. No. God, now you just hoping everything. I didn't say I hoped it happened. I just want you to know that I hope you can make it out if it happens. Okay? Alright. So, I digress. Let's just leave it alone. Now. Alright. Now, I got oracle card reading that I do want to give everyone, okay? But I have 3 questions that I'm going to answer tonight, okay? Now, Sean, welcome to the channel. God love you, darling. You wanted to know, how much longer will I be a traveling nurse? Now, I pray and meditate before I do these, and I ask which deck I should use, and they want me to go au naturel tonight. So we're going to use Rider-Waite, and that's what we're going to do. Now, if it tells me to go to Golden Gilded deck, it's here. It's waiting. It's okay. That's my go-to. But it said, I want you to do this. I said, okay. I'm about to beat those cards to death, and I'm probably going to have to order some more as soon as the finances allow. But let's go with your question. How much longer are you going to be a traveling nurse? Well, God love you for even doing that, period. So you already have a humanitarian heart. I'm connecting with your higher self. Does this tire you out? You're tired. You want roots? You want to put your roots somewhere you're not quite sure? But you know at the same time the humanitarian side of it is you go where you're needed, right? Okay. Well, let's ask the cards. How much longer is Sean going to be a traveling nurse? So let's look into that, okay? And why I split these cards? If hubby gets up and walks through here, yeah, he's just tired and has to walk through, and I do these at all hours. It's okay. Thank y'all for loving on him, but if he does come through here, now you know why. Okay? Alright. Thank you, darlings. Oh, Sean. Sean, honey. Honey, honey, honey. Sean. What have you got yourself into? What have you got yourself into? Or is this a contract or something? Did you sign a contract for this? You signed up for something and now you're regretting it. Or something along the lines of now something's not resonating with you right, and this is why you want to know. What in the world have you done, darling? Now, that's not fault. That's not finger pointing. That's not what it means. Let's work through this. Okay. You let me know if it resonates with you. This is you. You fighting with these people. You're a traveling nurse, okay? Props to you. Thank you, darling, for doing that. That's beautiful. That's humanitarian. But the big corporation, you're fighting with them. You're not happy where you're at. You want to get out, okay? Something's not resonating with you. It's not quite what you signed up for. And I'm going to show you this. This was for your original agreement. And it turned out not to be what you thought it was going to be, okay? And now you're fighting. And you're, yeah. Here's your pass card. Here's your pass card, okay? 5. This is strategy. Honey, you fighting tooth and nail to keep your head above water. What in the world is going on with you, darling? What have you... I don't want to word it that way. I was going to say, what have you done? No, it's not your fault. But what in the world is in these contracts? Oh, you're going to do that right now. Okay. That you're fighting and you're using strategy and trying to fight. What's going on with you? Now, don't panic, because I'm going to show you something. Here's your current situation. Yes, Lord Jesus. Yep. Darling, this guy controls your contract. What are you doing? He controls you. So this is a contract that you have to abide by, because this guy's in control. If you can't see it, that's his name. I don't give him props. Honey, you fighting. What in the world? Okay? If that resonates with you, will you please reach out to me and let me know? Because I can help you spiritually how to get rid of that. If you haven't seen the previous videos of how I teach people to not give consent, well, that reaches even into your workplace. Every day, you don't let these people control you. This is you. Honey, you trapped. What is going on? You don't feel that you can get out? You're stuck? You surrendering to this? No, you're not. No, you're not. Don't do that. Y'all love, take a minute and I want you to love on Sean, okay? I want y'all to love on Sean, okay? Y'all take a minute, give love and light and good energy to Sean, okay? Because Sean is dealing with a lot of crap. Traveling nurse, apparently these contracts are horrible. I mean, good Lord of Jesus, are you kidding me? So you have a contract, but it's all for the negative crap? I know, my camera, I'm reversed. This dude, and now you feel stuck? No. That dude ain't got no power. You ain't stuck, honey. Let's go on. Let's go on. You've been working on a way to get out of this, haven't you? Eight of Pentacles. You've been trying to figure out how to get out of this. Is this a physical contract, or is this a mental and well, I need to do it to feed my family kind of contract? Okay. Is this a physical thing that you signed up and you signed on the dotted line, or is this because you're worried about, I'm not going to be able to feed my family? You let me know, okay? But you're trying to figure out a way out of this, okay? All right. Now, before I show the next card, I want you to understand something. Your higher self, your guardians and your angels and all your beautiful people are talking to you right now, okay? You know in your heart this does. Remember, your thought process, okay? Logic tells you, well, I gotta pay the bills, so it's logic. I stay there. Your heart and your emotion is like, but I don't want to, and you're miserable. And then your gut You're intuitive. Those are these guys. This is the star card. Your higher self, your intuitive ability, your guides, your spirits, your angels, your creator are trying to tell you, you don't need this. Do not do it. So whatever contract that was, I'm going to pull confirmation. Whatever contract that was, stop it. These are beautiful. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. You can get yourself out of it. And you get the Sun card. Darling, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. You are not stuck. You're only stuck if you allow your thought process to make you think you're stuck. You are not stuck. Okay? I want you to fight. Whatever that means. If it's a legality issue, I am not here to give legal advice. I cannot do that. As they say, entertainment purposes only. Okay? And I'll always say, tarot can be wrong. Tarot is beyond space and time. This is about time and energy, and we try to round it up on our earthly dominion here on this earth. But this says, stand your ground because your outcome is really good. Sean, darling, how much longer? I'll pull them back out and I'll look for numbers. 8. Do you have 8 more months to do this? No, it's 8. Do you really have 8 more months to do this? No. And stop feeling that way. I just got it. Your passion and your desire is to get the hell out. Knight of Wands. Your passion and your desire. But you're going to be, you feel like you're going to be left in the cold. The hermit. What? Well, Jen, I can't. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You start manifesting that all together, okay? Now, physically, that means you start looking for something else, okay? That's your physical side. Spiritually, and your thoughts and your words, you start manifesting. You're not going to be left out in the cold. Ain't nobody going to leave you out in the cold. No, because your desire, your thoughts, your thought process and your desire and your wants and your needs, you're going to manifest this, okay? Darling, you ain't got 8 more months. Exactly. Use your intuitive, the high priestess, okay? Lots of secrets behind what you're doing. And because I pulled the devil card on that, there's a lot of secret nasty crap, okay? But this is also good. There's a lot of secret stuff that you can use to get yourself out of this, okay? And the outcome, use your strength, honey. Are you kidding me right now? These 2 cards together, the Sun and the Strength, and you get them, you have the ability to do this, okay? Y'all take your time and you love on Sean, okay? Sean, you don't have to keep doing this. You ain't going to be doing it much longer, but it says 8. Do you have 8 more months? Because I didn't get weeks and days. I get months. You want to do this for almost another year? I don't think you do. You're tired. I don't normally pull this many confirmation cards, but I do it in certain situations. Honey, balance yourself out. What are you doing? Balance yourself out. And if you do, here's a death card to what you're doing right now. It'll end. It'll end. And I will tell you right now, intuitively, traveling nurse is going to transformate into a new position. Yep. This is your higher self. Yeah, I saw you. This is your higher self, okay? Manifesting your nursing abilities are going to transform from this physical pharmaceutical world into helping other people, humanitarian. You've had this wish all along, haven't you? And it's going to come quick, okay? But this is balance. Be patient, but it's going to come quickly. but they want you to get your mind right. Do not settle for that demonic world and the expectations. Easier for me to say, isn't it? I know. Easy for me to say. But this is the message from the universe. Here's your victory. I don't normally pull this many cards. You're going to help. This is humanitarian. You're going to help so many people. You're trapped in this demonic system. The universe is going to give you a gift, and you're going to be very surprised. I want you to start manifesting that, okay? I want you to go into meditation. I want you to go into prayer, and I want to say, you know what? I can help people, but I want to help people on a better level. I want you to start doing that, okay? All right. So y'all love on Sean. Sean, I hope that answers your question. If you need me, email me. Darling, if you need a reading, let me know. I'll give you my phone number. It's okay. I don't want anybody to suffer like that, feel like you're trapped. No. That's not what we're here for. None of us are in jail anymore. We're breaking ourselves free. Oh, yeah. I just heard Freddie Mercury, Queen, I want you to break free. Okay, there you go. I relate a lot of things to music. That may sound weird to people, but I do. I've always been that way since I was a little kid. But break free of that. So broaden your question of how much longer. I don't think you've got 8 months in you, because it's going to break your spirit, and I don't want that to happen, okay? All right. Sean, reach out to me, okay? All right. newbeginningstarot76@gmail.com, or leave it in the comment. That's okay. But y'all love on Sean, okay? All right. Now. All right. Miss Caroline, I'm going to do this real quick because I think we already covered this, but I'm going to do it because I love you, and you're probably not the only one asking it. When I did the RV video the other day, I talked, remember when I was bitching to the whole world? All right. Do I have a month? Okay. Well, there's only certain ways we can do. Remember, I told y'all tarot's a little bit funny about space and time because they are beyond space and time. They try to narrow it in. When I ask them from the universe, can you put it on my timeline? They do their best, and I try to do my best to interpret it. So do we have a month for the RV kickoff? Now, I know what I'm looking at as far as the cards go. Like, if I get the strength card, it's a Leo Lion, that means it's going to happen before the end of this month, okay? But I also know the other zodiac signs and what cards represent them. So I'm going to do my best. And I know that there's numbers and certain symbols that I look for. As we go on, I'll try to teach that to you if you want to know, you want to learn. But you want to know, do you have a month? All right. So do we have a month for the RV for us? And that's okay. That's okay. I know we all need it, and I said that the other day. And if you don't, I already said, you're lying to yourself. So let's do this for us. Miss Caroline, do we have a month on the RV? Okay. All right, honey. Let's see what the universe has to tell us. And we're going to be very forgiving to them, and they're going to be very forgiving to us of how we interpret it. Oh, I know, sweet darlings. Now, this is how I talk to the universe. Oh. I'm going to tell you, didn't I tell you the other day in the message, can you give me a month for? That's what I get now. It's still around a month. Now I'm going to show you something. We want to move out of troubled waters, okay? The Page of Swords wants to bring truth. This is the universe bringing truth about what's going on. This is in the past. This is our prayers. Family being pentacles, money, earthly givings, right? Okay. 4, hermit, you feel like you're left out in the cold right now. I want to know. I want to know. But remember, this is also a universal message that's coming to us, okay? And the way it's aspected, the message is coming by this guy who is from integrity, King of Wands, very passionate, desirable, and you're manifesting, okay? You're heartbroken because it hasn't happened yet, because that doesn't answer any of your problems and the dealings you're dealing with. But this queen, she's also of integrity. Basically, they want you to trust the integrity of what they've told you. What does that mean to you? Do you trust the 17th letter of the alphabet? Did you trust their hints and who you're supposed to listen to and who you're not? Anymore, all of us are very confused. We've heard dates. Stop looking at dates. What's the universal language? Wow. Now, here's where I'm going to back up my 4 and I'm going to show you something. So I pull confirmation. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of throaty. So just deal with me, okay? I said 4. Here's your time frame. You said month. It's not the 4th month, okay? So that doesn't mean April, and it doesn't mean 4 months away. It means 4, meaning 4 weeks. And this is backing up what I said the other day. Can you give them a month? Is what they're saying. And I'm going to explain something. Here's the 4 of Swords, okay? Remember, swords, thoughts, words, integrity, truth, okay? But the 4 of Swords is also about secrets and all the stuff that you can't see. There's a reason that you can't see it. Is it easy? No. No, it's not. It's okay. Now, 7 of Swords. This is also about truth, but this is about strategy. These beloved people that are fighting for us and that RV are still fighting to this day, okay? It's military strategy. It's all that kind of stuff. They are still fighting. They're being a little bit sneaky about it, and they have to figure out how to get the bad guys out so they don't steal from you again, okay? So there you go. Now, so we got another 4. We got another 4. Then we get a 7. But he's just how you work. But here's what I got. Here's another 4. This is why I said 4. And here's your victory. Okay? This is, you guys are going to be celebrating. So 4. Okay? 4 of Wands. Your desire, your passion, your wishes. Okay? Yeah, you're going to have victory. So it keeps saying 4. If you can give him 4 weeks, do you have a month in you to hang in there? Can you do that? Okay, so Caroline, I hope that answers your questions. A month. I didn't get a months to name specifically. Go with the zodiacs. Now they're very particular with the cards, but when I say 4, that's a month. Well, if we say a month, that means September. Okay, so Virgo. Let's pay attention to Virgo and the star signs and the constellations and the moon phases with that. Let's look into that. And I also know that that does have to do with Jewish holidays and that kind of stuff, and the Julian and Gregorian, and I already told y'all, I'm not getting into that bitter conflict of which calendar is more important. But I also know that they are very important dates. So I'm thinking 4 weeks. Okay, well, we're, 3/4 of the way through August, so do we have 4 more weeks? Look at the calendars, look at the moon phases, look at zodiac signs. What does that mean? Okay? Yes, thank you, Spirit, for telling me that. They said to remind you. Do you know the first time? Okay, thank you for that clarification. When the 17th letter of the alphabet started talking to us, okay? Now there's controversy over this. They may have started talking to us in November, but it started with this September, remember the, what is it, Mars moving into the womb of Virgo, okay? Go back and look at Melissa Redpill. She's on Rumble. She's on all those channels. Go and look to her because she's actually studied this. And Spirit just told me that has a lot to do with it. When those phases go through our planets. So, is it Mars? Correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's okay. I'm not too high and mighty. I won't ignore that I'm wrong. Jupiter was Jupiter that went into her belly and that kind of thing. Go and look at, y'all talk to me in the comments and let me know if I'm off. I may be. I don't know. But I do know that that's very, very important. That's why they said 4. So there's something about that mid-September. And I know that's a feast day that's coming up. And I don't want to act like I know anything about it because I do not. I have studied it to a point. Is that my main focus? No. My Jewish family out there, Miss Marla, Dumpling, any of y'all that you got any, you have any knowledge that you can give us if you're a little bit Jewish, and you even just a little bit Jewish, you can give us a little bit. Full-blown Jewish, don't care. Can you give us a little bit and explain the feast days? Is that the Feast of Trumpets, Feast of Tabernacles? I don't know, darling. I'm trying just as much, y'all, but there's something about the number 4. So 4 weeks, and it ties in with those zodiacs, if that makes sense. I'm sorry for rambling, and I'm sorry for not knowing. This doesn't give me everything. It just gives me the basics. So if you can let me know in the comments or email me if you don't want to tell the whole world, let me know. So Miss Caroline, your month on your RV, I still get 4 weeks. I still say September. That's what I keep getting. Okay? Now, if those zodiacs and that moon phasing and Jupiter, and if that makes sense, y'all let me know, okay? Now, here's the good one. Here's a good one because we kind of all want to know this one. Is it a sign that Trump-backed people in right before our primaries, right, before you check the box day in November, is it a sign because they're all winning? Because they're all winning. Is it a sign that our check your box day has been cleaned up and we don't need to worry about it because of those thief card days? Remember that? Is that a sign because they're all winning that check your box day issue is cleared up? Let's ask that. That's a good question, because we did that check your box video, okay? Now everybody that he's backing recently to go on to the primaries and all that, and then go on to the general, whatever. Remember, some people are every 2 years, some people are every 4 years, whatever that means. But is it a sign that because his people are winning? Remember, we talked about Lizard Woman Liz Cheney, and she lost. Well, surely if she would have bought it off and paid for it, she would have got it, right? So let's ask, is this a sign that they have cleaned up the check your box day process? Okay, let's ask that. That's a good question, because we all want to know, because there's quite a few of us that just threw in the towel and said, well, then what's the point in even going anymore? They're going to steal it, and I said it, so what's the point? So is it a sign that they're winning for him, under him? I don't care if you like him or not. By God, he has set a new path for us. Is it a sign that we can trust the system and they've cleaned it up for check your box day? That's what we're going to ask, okay? Thank you all for being patient, and thank you all for understanding why I have to ask the question so many times. I do, because I need that energy to go into the cards, because I want accuracy. I could say it one time, but I don't know. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Alright. A little bit of mixed stuff here, but I'm not explaining, okay? Here we are. We're brokenhearted because we're tired of the check your box system. We were brokenhearted on that previous date, okay? A couple years ago. Good Lord, it's almost been, yeah, it's been a couple years ago. We're all still brokenhearted, and that hurt us really bad. Okay, we know that. So this is us. This is what represents us. And we're waiting to hear from the universe about how it's going to be changed. This is us sitting here looking at it, all this crap that we have to make decisions about. Pay attention, because the universe is about to give it to you. Okay? Alright, now this is going to answer our question. In the past, we just want truth. This is it. This is the ace. This is the big dog of the swords. We just want the truth to come out of how, try to be careful, how it was taken. And we, no matter how hard we fought, remember that January day they keep fighting about right now in Congress? It's still all about that. We just want truth. This is us. This is the past card, okay? Here's where we're at now. We want to know when we go and do that check your box day. This is giving them like I always call this my sibling card, but this is actually helping humanity, talking to one another. This is how we talk back and forth. Isn't this beautiful? It's just somebody giving a gift of a flower. Cups are beautiful reception of something the universe is giving us. We want to know that the truth is being given from that ace, okay? We want this as the outcome. Well, it says this is the outcome. Yeah, because we've been talking to each other, and we know in our community the truth is coming out, okay? Now, the outcome. Here's the Fool card. Now, don't be tricked. This guy can be tricky, but don't be tricked on how he's aspected, and I'm going to show you. This is a guy who you're either a damn fool or you're not. You actually, a fool can mean you're just brave enough to step out on the ledge and just go for it, okay? Now, the way he's aspected, that's what it means. But with care. Now, here is the King of Pentacles. Now, he's a family man. He is beginnings, earthly bounds. This can mean money, everything. Yeah, he's integrity. He's a family man. Yeah, go for what your gut is telling you, okay? Now, because you have stood your ground. Now, Seven of Wands, it's your passion, your desire. You've stood your ground. You've spoken truth. Now, here's all your integrity. And they said, go for it. It's okay to go for it. So apparently, yes, they have cleaned it up. Now, should we be careful? Yes. And I just pulled that card, and now I understand. You're going to have lots of choices to make, okay? This can be an illusion card. This can be a magic trick. So, thank you, universe. Where you live. Remember we talked about the other day, I think it depends on where you live. I think that's what's... Remember all these weird states? It was just these flip states, okay? It's still going to be the same thing. There's still a lot of stuff going on that you're fighting about. And you're really, really worried about what you lost last time. But look back here. You've still got good outcome coming. Go for it, okay? These guys are working hard to clean this up. Yeah. Your Knight of Wands, your passion and desire, your manifestation, what you're manifesting when you say, no, when we do this time, it's going to be cleaned up because we ain't doing it. But this is also us. We have a fear of the unknown. That's just being human. Okay, we are scared because if we know is the majority in the country that we voted the way we did last time, the fear of the unknown is it only takes one or two states to throw us off, right? Yeah. So they're working on it. They're working on it. Do I think most of it's cleaned up? Yeah. Just from what we've seen from the preliminary check your box days, I think they are. Pay attention. Now, if something seems off to you and it doesn't make sense to you as far as an election, there's no way that, what was it in Minnesota? One of the, what do they call them? What do they call them? The four, what do they call them? The Fab Four, whatever. Ilhan Omar, whatever her name is. She came over here. They're saying that she won. Give me a break. Give me a break. We already know that we have truth that she stole it last time. Now they're saying she won again. Let's pull real quick. Let's just do yes or no. Did she win it? Because this is where they want you to balance it out. There's real particular areas. Is it really cleaned up? And are they leaving it to caution in the wind to bring it out in light and truth? To prove how corrupt these people are. Remember we talked about blue state, blue city. Maybe it is to see how corrupt they are. They're going to allow it to ride to prove how dirty they are. Okay? Let's just ask real quick. Did Ilhan Omar win in Minnesota? Yes or no? I don't need to dig any deeper because my gut makes me want to throw up when I think about her. Okay? Ooh, you got spit out. Remember, when I get a card that the deck spits out, I have to set it aside because the universe wants me to pay attention to it. Alright, darlings. Yeah, you're just like me. That's what I thought. They're going to use her as an example of theft, okay? They've already caught it. They've caught it. I'm going to show you, okay? This is the card that the universe spit out. This is passion and desire, wands. This represents us. We need a new beginning because this shit can't ride anymore, right? We just need a new beginning. This whole system is gone. But when it comes to her and her check your box day, yeah, they caught her making these agreements. Yeah, she paid people off. The way it's aspected. Now, normally, this will be victory up for us, but because it's about her, she's hanging on. She's hanging on to dear life for whatever she can get. And the only way that she got it is because she made these agreements. Now, with us, in the past card, we just had this daggone wish. Get her out of there. But she's hanging on for dear life, darlings. And she made the agreements and paid the money to make sure that it happened. Now, here's the outcome. Strategy. It's all about strategy. She thought she's free and clear because she thought she got away with it. Because the universe, here's your Ace of Pentacles, there's your big dog, okay? The earth is going to give you that gift and it's going to expose what she did, okay? Now, the Moon card, it's all an illusion. They want you to believe this. They've captured her up a long time ago, but they allowed her or her persona or what we talked about, doppelgangers or whatever, But that illusion of whoever you think you're seeing, they allowed that illusion to happen to bring out the truth of how she fought for all these bullcrap agreements that she did, okay? Alright, now, normally I wouldn't, if I want to do a quick reading, I wouldn't pull confirmation, but I think we need, and I like this. Death to her. Death to her, okay? New beginning. This is a death to the old system. So, what you saw on the news about her winning her district or whatever it is that she was running for, this is a death. This was to expose it, the illusion. Here's the death to it, because hers was one of the most controversial ones. That's why they let it play out. But in the outcome, here's your strength card. The people of Minnesota are going to stand forward, and it's going to be okay. So whether they decide to come with a recount or whatever our good guys are going to do, oh, I thank you. It allowed me to pick up the deck, and I got the Six of Pentacles. This is giving and receiving. This is kind of a recount. So they will look into it. So it opens up the investigation. It just opens up the truth. Okay, you got the big old Ace of Swords. You got the big old Ace of Pentacles. You've got all those things. So the truth is going to come out. She's just a guinea pig. Okay, if that makes sense. All right, darlings. So Trump-backed people, when it comes down to it, is it a way to let us know they cleaned it up? Yeah. But there's certain areas they're allowing it to drip out to how nasty and ugly it was. They're doing it on purpose. But Mr. T, our boy, remember our emperor? Yeah, they've cleaned it up. It's okay. So come November, check your box today. Don't fear that, okay? Don't fear that. They want to encourage you to do it, okay? Alright, now, right before I end this, going on an hour, right before I pull the oracle cards, I do want to give props to, and we know, he's got a channel on Rumble, and we supported him, and we bought his t-shirts, and we know, and yeah, he's a godly man, and I love him to death, and he has great intel. He kind of reminds me of Dave from X22 and that kind of stuff. But if y'all can reach out to LT. LT is beautiful. He's a veteran. I believe he was in the Marine Corps too. And we know on Rumble, give him a shout out. God love his heart. But that's how we show our support. We just buy a t-shirt if we can. Okay? Now, so I'm going to put these away. Okay? And I'm going to pull Oracle. Now, this is for everybody. This is not an individual thing. This is for everybody. Okay? Alright, darlings. I'm just going to pull. What I do, I shuffle these the same way, and I put my thought and my intention behind the question. Universe, what do you want to tell our brothers and sisters out there right now? And give us the message. 3 cards. I will read it, and then I'll explain to you what the Oracle card is. So, Universe, would you please give us an overall message to our brothers and sisters, and anybody watching this video right now as a whole. Universe, can you give us our higher selves? We only allow divinity and the light to come in, so our higher selves and our guides. Yes, thank you, Father, for saying that. He said, I'm here. Thank you. Yeah, we do not give consent, and we rebuke anything that's negative that's coming in. So we only allow the good messages coming through. Thank you, Father, and Mother. We thank you all for our higher message and our oracle cards for everyone that's listening right now. Alright, so I split the deck, and I pull 3, and I will read to you what they are, and then I'll explain what they are, okay? I just love them. I just love them. How precious, precious. We give glory and honor. Thank you. self-worth. Remember your self-worth. Remember what you're fighting for, and that you're worthy to ascend to that next level. Remember your self-worth through this whole thing. If you're down and out and you're like, I don't deserve this, I'm never going to make it. Remember your self-worth, okay? This is for all of us. We all have doubts. We all have got downtime that we're just not quite sure, right? Don't we? Yeah, we do. Remember your self-worth. God love Him. Our Creator, He says, I made you. You're worth it. Isn't that precious? Isn't that precious? I made you. You're worth it. You just need to remember it. And we know you are precious. You're worth it because He made you. Okay? So remember that. Anytime you got a doubt, I'm not sure I can do this. I don't know. Now here's one that'll get your panties in the wad. Yeah, I said it. It's a southern phrase. It's alright. If you got your bloomers in wad, there you go. But isn't it the truth? It's going to be bittersweet. This is the part to allow yourself to ascend to your higher self. Is this going to be easy? No. Our problem is your self-worth is an issue too. Allow yourself to ascend. That beautiful dove. Go up. Stop worrying about who you're leaving behind. Honey, they're going to catch up. And if they don't, that was not a part of your soul contract. Your self-worth, you know in your heart, your mind, your gut. Remember, your gut, you're intuitive. You know you don't belong here. Let yourself ascend. It is bittersweet. Yes, it is. You feel so wonderful for yourself. Is that egotistical? No, it's not. It's your growth. It's growth, okay? Do not feel guilty for that. You ascend. But it's bittersweet because you're leaving loved ones behind and you're like, but I don't want to leave them behind. No, Abba and Mother know you don't want to leave them behind either. Your greatest Creator doesn't know that. Your higher self, who's already there, is going, darlings, just come with me. They're going to figure it out and they'll catch up to you. But that's why it's bittersweet. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. And I know that. But darling, look within, okay? You can't help nobody if you don't help yourself. You ascend higher, then you can put your hand down and pull them out. Does it hurt? Yeah. That's why it's bittersweet, okay? So remember that. Here's your third one. Isn't this beautiful? Let's end on this note. Joy. You kidding me? If you just follow that, absolute beautiful joy. I love the yellow. I love the sunflowers or black-eyed Susans or whatever you want to call them. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Honey, embrace that joy and go for it. You get a hold of that. Don't worry about the bittersweetness because you can turn around and pull somebody out of it even better. Okay? Remember the joy. So this is a universal language, universal oracle cards. Self-worth. Remember who you are in the eyes of your Creator. In the eyes of your Creator, give yourself self-worth. You are worthy. Okay? Is it bittersweet to leave somebody behind? Yeah. Is it necessary? Yeah. Because here's your outcome. The beautiful joy that you're going to be able to allow yourself and then reach down and help those people that you thought you left behind. It just means they're a little bit slower. It's alright. We're on different paths, right? Remember, our soul contracts are not all the same. You have a soul contract that's probably a little bit higher and more intense than somebody else's. Do you feel bad about leaving somebody? Yeah, of course you do. Of course. That makes you human. That's your empathy. You're an empath because you worry about them. Should it be the end of the world? No. How can you help them if you're not helping you? Okay? Let go of that. Is it hard? Do you have to do it in little baby steps? Yeah. Sometimes you got to just cut them off altogether? Probably. How do I figure that out? Come on, Jen. Your intuitive gut is your best guide. If you're not quite sure how to do it and you need help, I told you, reach out to me. Email me, okay? That's not a gimmick to make money. I don't make money off emails. newbeginningstarot76@gmail.com. It was a gnat. Whatever. I am not here to make money off your emails. I don't make money off that. I'm just here to love on you and let you know that reach out to me. If you need a reading, great. If you don't, that's okay too. What's going to happen is I'm going to give you my phone number. If you need to talk, I'm an empath, darling. All I told you is I'm going to be there for you. And if you need to text me, if my schedule doesn't allow it, the worst I'm ever going to tell you is, can you give me a minute? Identify yourself as who you are. Can you give me a minute? I need to go take care of this. As soon as I get the chance, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to talk with you. So if it's a spiritual ascension and you're having trouble with that, reach out to me. I probably will be able to figure it out just through an email or just through a comment. But if you really do need me, that's what I'm here for. That's what my channel is about. New beginnings, okay? But we're going to do this together, okay? I love y'all. Thank y'all for having the patience to sit and deal with me tonight. And you know what? And I'm going to give glory and praise and the vibrations and the beautiful things to my Creator, my Abba and my Mother, Yeshua, Magdalene, my higher self, my spirit guides, my guardian angels. Love you, Wingsy. I love them all. But I love the energy that I pull in from you guys also. Not one time today, and I don't mean to knock on wood because I don't believe in that, the video kept running and I didn't have to cut it off and restart again. And I wasn't cussing and it kept me calm because that was something that I needed to reel in. And I worked on the computer. My husband worked on it physically, and I worked on it spiritually, if that makes sense, okay? There's just some negative stuff that you got to get rid of every once in a while, and that's okay. But this is proof that it works, okay? I hope I answered your questions, and if it leads to more questions, give them to me. I told y'all, okay? Leave them to me in the comments. And if not, if it's private and you just want to email me or just give a shout out, that's great. Okay? Lee agreed to come back. If y'all want to see this old bearded man come back and work with me, that'd be great too. I love y'all. Just holler at me. That's it. Okay? All right. If you got questions, let me know. And if I don't resonate with you, that's okay. That's all right. Just say, no, that don't make no sense. It's okay. I just ask you to take the time and the patience, and maybe it'll make sense later, and if it doesn't, that's all right too. Holler at me, girl. And my brothers. I'm getting brothers in here now. Isn't that beautiful? A Soul Sister channel has turned into bigger and better, and I love it. I love it. I love y'all. Holler at me, okay? Love you, darlings. Till next time. And I'll be okay. It's okay. Thank you.